If you're thinking about moving to Austin, Texas, you've probably heard about the giant suburb of Round Rock. In this video, we're gonna show you everything you need to know about Round Rock. And at the end, we're gonna do my favorite thing, which is explore some quintessential Round Rock neighborhoods that really make Round Rock, Round Rock. We've had a lot of clients just like you who've moved out here to Round Rock and they're obsessed with it. And we've also had clients who have moved here and they totally hate it. And a lot of that has to do with the geography of Round Rock. So I got a map pulled up here of all of the greater Austin area. So FYI, Round Rock is one of the biggest suburbs in Central Texas. I'm pretty sure it's by far the biggest suburb of Austin. Last I checked, they had about 130 to 150,000 people population there. And so that makes Round Rock in and of itself a pretty darn big Texas city in its own right. And over the years, we've definitely seen Round Rock kind of develop its own identity, and it's got its own kind of self-contained thing going on. Let me put it this way. Round Rock doesn't really see itself as just an Austin suburb anymore. Let's find directions from Round Rock. Let's do downtown Austin. One route will take you there in about 28 minutes to an hour, okay? Another route going I-35 is gonna take you anywhere from 35 minutes to an hour and 5 minutes, okay? So I always tell people, if you're commuting into downtown from Round Rock, you're gonna wanna plan on at least 45 minutes. Quick caveat, there are even traffic within Round Rock itself can be pretty intense sometimes. And so you can be in one neighborhood in Round Rock and it can take you 40 minutes to get to Austin. But if you're in another neighborhood, it can take you an hour and 10 minutes. All right, so even just getting across, around, or through Round Rock can be kind of a bear sometimes. So if you're sitting there and you're like, man, commute time is super important to me and I gotta be at work on time and I don't wanna be sitting in my car for my entire life, you gotta let us know, because we want to know that commute time is super important to you. And if you let us know a couple of those things that you love and that you don't love, we can probably point you straight to the neighborhood that you should live in. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll put my information up on the screen here. All right, now let's really dive into Round Rock and let's get a good lay of the land. Here's what you need to know about Round Rock. First off is I-35. So Interstate 35 is kind of infamous in Texas and it runs north-south straight through the middle of Round Rock, okay? Now here's what you're gonna wanna know. You are gonna want to avoid I-35 at all costs, because I'm pretty sure I-35 was actually invented by Satan himself. So no matter what neighborhood you're in, you're gonna wanna make sure that you know the routes that can get you around or across I-35 as quickly as possible, because you wanna spend as little time as possible on that road, I promise you. All the way over here to the east of Round Rock is a toll road, and it's called Toll Road 130. Now, again, depending on what neighborhood you're living in, I know a lot of people who really get around a lot of the really terrible Austin traffic by using 130. Now, another toll road that is more or less the southern boundary of Round Rock is called Toll Road 45. Essentially, with these newer toll roads, you can kind of get anywhere you want to in Austin, presumably within 30 to 45 minutes. Now, how do you make sense of what's going on in Round Rock? So I left this I-35 kind of highlighted here because you have to know, or one thing that you need to know about Round Rock is that, to me, it is very divided between Eastern and Western Round Rock, stylistically, maybe even culturally. I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about here. So first, before we get into that, downtown Round Rock is right around here. And I love downtown Round Rock. It's super historic. You're gonna see us walking around there here in just a little bit. Lots of cool old buildings, boutique shops, but let's put downtown Round Rock to the side for just a minute. Okay, so over here in Western Round Rock, this is kind of like classic. To me, this is what a lot of people think about Round Rock when they think about Round Rock, all right? So it's classic suburban kind of 70s, not necessarily 70s, but 80s and 90s, big master plan communities, bigger lots, bigger houses. To me, this is quintessential Round Rock, okay? And we're gonna get you into some of those neighborhoods here in just a little bit. And then over here in kind of central to kind of northeastern Round Rock, this is where a ton of the new development is going. So a lot of kind of the more modern or recent kind of premier flagship master plan communities by all the huge builders that I'm sure you've heard about out there, you're gonna find most of that in eastern to northeastern Round Rock, okay? So a lot of people say like it doesn't quite have the character of like what you think about when you think about Round Rock, but regardless, if you want brand new construction and you want cheaper prices, most people are going out here to northeastern Round Rock. And then quick plug, down here in southeastern Round Rock, you still got some of those older neighborhoods, a lot simpler homes, smaller lots, but kind of older quintessential Round Rock neighborhoods, but not those like premier neighborhoods. So one way you can break it down is this eastern part of Round Rock is a lot more affordable, and this western part of Round Rock is definitely gonna be a little bit more pricey. So what the heck is H-E-B? Well, H-E-B is the most amazing grocery store on the planet, and I just want you to see, if you're in Round Rock, how many H-E-Bs are gonna be close by, okay? So check this out. Everywhere you see a grocery cart, this is where an H-E-B is gonna be. So like, honestly, I can't think of a place where you would live in Round Rock where you would not have an H-E-B that's incredibly close to you. And one thing I think is really interesting about Round Rock is that if you just barely go a little bit outside of downtown, you're gonna find a lot of way bigger, kind of more national brand chains. So you've got everything in Round Rock from like tiny little Uncle Vinny's chicken parm shop back there, all the way to like a Chili's, Applebee's, McDonald's and Whataburger and stuff like that. But you've also got everything in between. And what I mean by that is there have been a lot of really kind of iconic Austin chains, restaurants that have moved locations out here to Round Rock. So you're gonna get places like Jack Allen's Kitchen, Pint House Pizza, P. Terry's, Torchy's. So a lot of your favorite kind of Austin spots are right here. Apart from food and restaurants, you're also gonna have access to a lot of huge national brands like IKEA. There's the Round Rock Premium Outlets, which if you don't know what an outlet mall is, Aaron, is that just like a Texas thing?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Let me know down in the comments if y'all have outlet malls wherever you are. But essentially an outlet mall is like a giant outdoor mall. And so if you're into shopping, I can promise you, you're probably gonna find just about everything you could possibly want at the outlet mall. But what do people actually do in Round Rock apart from just hang out downtown and have a good time? So we're actually here at Old Settlers Park, and despite it actually being a really cold winter day, and it's a school day, so it's like kind of deserted, normally this massive, massive park is just like full of kids, bustling with families. They've got a cricket field right here. There's soccer fields, baseball fields. There's a water park, and honestly, just like tons of area with ponds and hiking and biking trails. And like, you could stay out here for a full weekend and you won't even scratch the surface about what you can do just in Old Settlers Park. I can remember back when my 3 kids were tiny little toddlers, and we would show up to a park, and it was like my wife and I, we would barely get out of the car. You know, we would blink, and like 10 seconds later, all of a sudden, our kids had made like 25 new friends, and they're running around playing tag and jumping all over stuff. And then I look over and my wife has like connected with 3 moms. You should know that like that is what you're gonna experience here. So if that sort of experience makes you really excited, then you're probably gonna like living in Round Rock, honestly. And if that sort of experience, that idea like repulses you and you're like, no, like people get out of my business, then Round Rock might not be for you. If you're the type of person who likes the modern kind of conveniences, but you also wanna have plenty of opportunities to be outside and let your kids run around and run their crazy out, again, that's probably something that you're gonna find pretty attractive about Round Rock. Also, something that I absolutely have to mention are 2 huge attractions in Round Rock, and those are the Dell Diamond, and that's where the Round Rock Express plays. Round Rock Express are like the Round Rock minor league baseball team that feeds into the Texas Rangers. You can take your kids out there. It's pretty cheap. They've got great food, and I'm pretty sure you'll have like memories that last a lifetime out there. And then actually right across the street from Dale Diamond is the Kalahari Indoor Water Park. I'm pretty sure it's like the biggest indoor water park in the United States. My kids have gone to tons of birthday parties there, and like every single day in the summer, they're asking me to go there. Like honestly, going to an indoor water park doesn't sound that great right now because it's freaking freezing and windy out here. But in the summer, I promise you, it sounds really great. So we had to get back in the car because honestly, it's freaking freezing outside. But now we're gonna do what is honestly my favorite part of this whole day, which is explore some neighborhoods that are like classic Round Rock neighborhoods. So we're gonna start out showing you a few neighborhoods in East Round Rock. To start out, we're taking you straight into the belly of the beast, okay? So I would probably say Paloma Lake is by far the most popular neighborhood in East Round Rock. And we've actually helped several clients move into this neighborhood. And to live here, you can expect to pay somewhere in like the $500,000 to $700,000. And to be honest, like some of my absolute favorite builders built in this neighborhood, it's no longer being built, or it's no longer being built out or whatever, it's totally done. So if you want to move into this neighborhood, you're gonna buy a used or existing or a resale home. The typical home here is gonna be about 2,100 square feet, probably a 4-bedroom, 2.5, 1 or 2-story home. Super like family oriented here. You're gonna see kids all around playing everywhere. Again, probably not today because it's pretty cold and it's a school day and it looks like freaking Moscow out here. But normally you would see kids on bikes and people running. And again, this town is just kind of, or this neighborhood is just kind of bustling. Neighborhood number 2 in East Round Rock is called Homestead at Old Settlers Park. So we're right down the road from Paloma Lake, and this is a brand new neighborhood. They're still building out in this neighborhood. They've got a couple builders building here also that I really, really like a lot. And to live in this neighborhood, you're gonna pay about $400,000 to $500,000. And to be honest, like I think this represents like a pretty good sweet spot. So you can definitely find homes way more expensive, as you're gonna see. And you can also find homes that are way less expensive, which you're also gonna see. But I think this is a sweet spot in terms of size, price, amenities. It gives you just kind of a good bang for your buck. So we actually popped into one of the builder's models here. The builder is not here, but we did notice that it's unlocked. So we're going in. So most of the houses in this neighborhood are in like the $400,000 to $500,000 range. However, they obviously and also offer options that are kind of your big Mac Daddy pimped out. Can I say pimped out on YouTube?
Don't know.
These are pimped out, all right? So this is a really big, it's about 3,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home. This is just an example of what you can get in Round Rock for about 800 grand, okay? So you can see this kitchen is pretty decked out, big island, sink in the middle, gas range with a little pot filler. I always appreciate that. And it's got this big open kitchen, dining, living area here. I mean, Aaron, look, let's back up. Like, I don't know if you can see these like truly soaring ceilings. It's like one of my pet peeves when realtors say ceilings are soaring, but like legit, these are soaring ceilings. Super nice. Let's go check out the master in just a second, but look at this like spiral staircase. I don't know if this is a spiral staircase or what you call this, but like, honestly, I don't know if I should live in a house like this because my middle son is like freaking insane and he has a total death wish and he would like slide down this and it would be totally crazy. Fun fact, I've actually shown this house before. So there's something really cool upstairs, but in here, you've got the master. Again, big tall ceilings, plenty of size for a giant queen, California king, whatever you want. In here, walk-in shower, double vanities with slightly elevated countertops, which I really appreciate being 6.5 feet tall. You got the water closet in here, great big master closet, like plenty of room to fit all your stuff in here. And then it goes right into this kind of utility room area, right back out to the entryway. And this space right here can be used as a sick office. So you want to head upstairs, I can show you that thing I was talking about. Right here, you got this big, kind of oversized game room. But you don't just get a game room in this house. This is very rare for Round Rock. Is this media room. Sitting up here on the other side of the second floor, really you've just got kind of your two kids or guest rooms and then the hallway bathroom right here. But again, I think this is just kind of a sweet spot of what you can get in Round Rock. Community number 3 is Avery Center, which is where we're at right now. So we are in like far northeastern Round Rock, and it's funny, Aaron and I were just talking about on our car, we weren't talking on the car, we were inside of the car when we were talking. And we were just talking about how driving in here, it doesn't feel like Round Rock. And I mean, I don't necessarily mean that in a good or bad way, I guess. Aaron actually said it feels a little bit like Dune, the movie out here. Sorry to call you out like that, but it's because there's just so much new construction and it feels like a little bit of scorched earth plus a bunch of houses out here. But this is definitely gonna be your most affordable option when it comes to brand new construction in Round Rock, okay? Once again, I'm pretty sure if we hop that fence, we can get inside the model. You wanna risk it?
Let's risk it for the biscuit.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit, bro. All right, let's get this bread. Oh no, oh! Let's go, baby. All right, way to make that look easy, you jerk. So, I also forgot to say, homes in this neighborhood are gonna range from like the mid 350s to the upper 400s. So this plan, as it's built, is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. These typically sell for around $460,000, but you can definitely get it built without the 2nd-story addition. So it's got a 4th bedroom and a 3rd bathroom up there. So if you did away with that and it was just a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, this plan usually sells for around $420,000 to $430,000, so keep that in mind. This is definitely like you're gonna get a smaller yard, pretty basic finishes, but this is by far the most affordable option for new construction in Round Rock. Yeah. Okay, that was Eastern Round Rock. And before we jump into Western Round Rock, I just wanted to jump back into my computer here and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about schools. So obviously, if you live in Round Rock, your kids are gonna be zoned to Round Rock Independent School District. If you send your kids to public school, which most people in Round Rock do, and that's another thing that you should know kind of culturally. In Round Rock, obviously there are private kind of charter schools out there, some Christian schools, but like most people send their kids to public school. One of my favorite websites for doing school research is greatschools.org, and another one of my favorite websites is called niche.com. niche.com. So I'm gonna jump in here real quick. So I just looked up Round Rock Independent School District on niche.com, and I wanted to show you a couple of observations, and I'm gonna show you something else that you have probably never seen before, okay? First off, what jumps out to me is Round Rock ISD gets an overall niche grade of A, and let me tell you, that is really good. In fact, Round Rock ISD, as of recently, is one of the top 5, I think it's actually number 4 school district in all of Central Texas. So it's even rated better than Lake Travis ISD. Some other ones are Leander ISD, Eanes ISD, and Dripping Springs ISD. And so just so you know, 3 of those school districts in the top 5, their average price points are like $1 million, $2 million for a single family home. Average, okay? But in Round Rock, that's definitely not the case. And so I think Round Rock and Leander, but we're talking about Round Rock right now. I think Round Rock gets you a really excellent bang for your buck when you talk about home prices versus quality of schools. However, I'm gonna tell you right now, based on personal experience and the experiences of our clients that we've helped buy and sell in Round Rock, about 50% of the schools are amazing in Round Rock. And then another 25% of the schools are just kind of mid. And then another 25% of the schools, honestly, are not that great. And you really have to know where to look. So on niche.com, there's actually a map. So you just click over here on map and let's expand this bad boy. All right, so we're zoomed here into Round Rock. And just as a reminder, I know we talked about this earlier in the video, but I-35 runs north, south, and kind of bisects Round Rock like right through the middle here. Now, there are a couple little sections of Round Rock that are missing from this map, but none of them contain an actual school building. So we're good, all right? Now, I want to point out to you, and again, I think this is fascinating. If you look over here on the western side of Round Rock, I mean, you got A school, A school, A plus, A plus. I mean, like almost everywhere you look, these schools are incredible. And actually one of my team members, Glenda, she worked in Round Rock ISD, I think for 5 years. She just came out of teaching to work with me, actually, and she gave me some insights here. And she was like, "Oh yeah, Barrett, like some of these schools are like I can't even imagine there being a better school." We got elementary, middle, and high schools that are A+. Now, of course, you do have the occasional school in here where you'll get a B. And honestly, on niche.com, if it's a B, that means it is not very good. Now, people get all paranoid. I'm not trying to steer you or anything. I'm just showing you what niche.com says about schools. Right here, you got a C+. So apart from these few areas, if being in an excellent school is super important to you with your kids, you're gonna wanna be in a neighborhood that is zoned to these schools. You're just gonna wanna know what these other schools are rated, okay? That's all I'm saying. And so if you are interested in Round Rock and you really wanna make sure you get into one of these great schools, you gotta do what so many people just like you sitting there watching us at home on TV have done, and you gotta give us a call and we can point you to the exact neighborhood that you should look at. But then when you go east of I-35, I think this is fascinating. Like, yes, there are a lot of really great schools over here. However, sprinkled all through it, you've got B's, B+, B minuses. It's interesting that there are no C's or C pluses here, but you've got a lot more B's and B minuses. But the moral of the story is, if a great school is really important to you, you almost can't go wrong with Western Round Rock, okay? But you're gonna really wanna do your research just to make sure you're not zoned to one of these schools over here that are kinda on the fringes. And then if a good school is important to you, but you wanna live in Eastern Round Rock, which I totally understand why you would because it's a lot more affordable over there, you're gonna really wanna do your research to make sure that you do land in one of these great school systems. Now, quick plug, I always wanna tell people about this when you're talking about schools, especially in newly developed areas and communities like Eastern Round Rock, is you have to be careful when you're looking at school ratings, because with such an influx and injection of like new kids, new teachers, new schools, things can change drastically, like literally month to month. So we might look here next month and this B- school could be an A+. So we don't want you to regret your home purchase decision. What we hate is when people land in a really amazing home that they love, but the community just doesn't make sense for them. So if you want the most up-to-date information about schools and new development opportunities, you gotta reach out to us. All right, now we're gonna take you from east to west across I-35 and show you some of the quintessential Western Round Rock neighborhoods. And the first neighborhood that we have to mention is Cat Hollow. So one of my agents on my team, her name is Bree, and I asked her the other day, I was like, she does a ton of business in Round Rock, and I was like, what is your #1 favorite neighborhood? Or no, I actually asked her, what are your top 3 neighborhoods in Round Rock? And guess what #1 was? Guess, Aaron.
Was it Cat Hollow?
No. Yes, just kidding. It was Cat Hollow. And so homes in this neighborhood kind of range anywhere from the low 400s all the way up to the upper 700s. And honestly, that just depends on the lot size, the house size, like how much has it been updated. On that note, most of the homes here were built in the 80s and 90s. So this is really gonna be like your kind of quintessential 80s, 90s suburban neighborhood. But a few of the big amenities here are this Cat Hollow Park, which is right behind me. This is another one of those Round Rock parks that just like blows my mind. Like my kids can't know that this park exists because they will want to move to Round Rock and we'll have to sell our house in Austin. We're gonna show you that second West Round Rock neighborhood, but first we had to stop by H-E-B, grab us a little Sammy. How's yours, Aaron?
It's gone.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
you wolfed that thing. Dude,
Dude.
Still working on it. This thing's good. All right, here we are at neighborhood number 2, and it is Barron's Ranch. Barron's Ranch comes up like, go look online, go look on Reddit right now, and just type in best Round Rock neighborhoods. And one of the neighborhoods you're gonna see that consistently comes up is Barron's Ranch. This neighborhood like exploded in the late 90s, early 2000s, right around that like crazy tech boom that happened right around that time. And you can see evidence of that here. So very similar to Cat Hollow, except we're a little bit north and it just out here feels a little bit more off the beaten path. But again, very similar to Cat Hollow, you're gonna see big houses with big lots and prices ranging from kind of the 600 to 700,000s. And something that the people here value a lot is walkability. And when I say walkability, I don't mean like you can walk to cafes, coffee shops and restaurants, because straight up, you can't. There are sidewalks all over the place, and just driving around here this afternoon, we saw a ton of people walking. Kids are coming home from school, kids on their bikes, walking around, playing. So that's what you're gonna get here at Cat Hollow.
It's Barron's Ranch.
Huh?
You said
Barron's Hollow.
That's crazy.
That's what you're gonna get here at Barron's Ranch. Aaron, do you wanna see one more neighborhood?
I think it's time for one more neighborhood.
We must.
Did we almost kiss right there?
The third neighborhood we're gonna show you here is something that you have never seen. Keep in mind, we are in Western Round Rock, and in Western Round Rock, there is literally no single family home, brand new construction, apart from the neighborhood that I'm sitting in right now. Quick plug, there is a neighborhood called Clear Creek that's right down the road. We did a video about that neighborhood recently. That is the only other brand new construction in Western Round Rock, but they're structured standalone condos. These are actually single family homes, and they only have a couple hundred home sites to build on here. We've got 2 builders. We got one model right over here to my right, another model right over here to my left, and we're actually gonna take you into this model by one of my favorite builders right over here to my right. But currently, the sales rep told me they only have 70 home sites available, and then it is gone, okay? I'm telling you, it's gone. We're right on Brushy Creek, and actually, if you live in this neighborhood, you get access, like exclusive access to a really large portion of the Brushy Creek hike and bike trail, which connects to the greater Brushy Creek hike and bike trail. So that's pretty huge. They don't have a pool in this neighborhood, but if you pay about $27, $28 a month to get into the Brushy Creek mud, you actually get access to 5 neighborhood pools, a gym, a fitness center. I guess a fitness center is a gym, right?
Kind of.
What else do you get access to? Community center. I don't know, you get access to a lot of stuff that is like kind of insane. But if you're sitting there and you're like, holy crap, Barrett, I really want more information about one of these last 70 home sites that's available, you have to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email if you want more information. You ready to see inside this bad boy?
Let's do it.
Let's go, baby, vámonos. Holy, that was it. I was like, did you hear that lock right before I opened it? All right, come with me, Aaron. So, you walk in, you got kids' room or guest room right up front. You got a dining room, and then it opens up into this big, really high ceiling kitchen, living. I wouldn't call that a dining room, I'd call that the breakfast area. So a lot of great light in here. And to be honest with you, this backyard, I kind of heard about this neighborhood that they have tiny little backyards, but I actually don't think this backyard is half bad. So in here, we've got the master bedroom. You can see like super modern, great quality finishes in here. High ceilings, got the double vanity walk-in shower with the garden tub. Dude, this is actually like pretty big. All right, we always have to do the tall person knees test in here. You ready for this, Aaron? Look at this. Say I'm sitting on the toilet. I am 6.5 feet tall. All right, 6'5", 6'6". Look how much I could do my CrossFit workout in here. All right, I don't do CrossFit, but you thought I did. In here, we've got the master closet, lots of space for your master closet needs. I wanna take you upstairs for sure, because there is something really cool that I actually haven't seen before. So let's check it out. All right, so right when you get up the stairs, we've got this game room. Nice size game room. You can put a big sectional couch up here, huge TV, no problem. Over here, you've got a couple kids' rooms. Whoa, that like turned on the lightning bolt. Check that out. And then over here, we've got another kind of guest hallway bathroom, full bathroom, tub, toilet, double vanities. And then right over here, in addition to the game room, you get this study nook. I seriously would love to have a room like this. Like right now in my house, I don't have an office, I don't have a study area. And I was just telling Aaron, I would love to have a study area like this. You could probably put some kind of door right here. And I would love to have an office, do my YouTube studio videos, do a little bit of indoor biking, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot to mention, the prices in this neighborhood right now range from kind of the upper 700s to the lower millions. And this plan right now, we just want you to know what you can get for around $830,000 in Round Rock. So right now, this plan is for sale for $830,000. It's freaking nighttime, y'all. And honestly, I don't know why I thought I could tell you all about Round Rock in this short video. But if you want to get a better lay of the land of the Austin area in general, check out this video where we did a full map tour of the entire greater Austin area.
Did you just kiss me? Mentally? Did you just mentally kiss me?